Hello friends, and welcome back to another exciting installment of Amanda Gets Excited About Books. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Amanda. I am the Assistant Director here at the Nevada Public Library, and I get incredibly excited when we get boxes of new books in because it always feels like Christmas morning, and I always inevitably want to read at least half of the box, if not more. I'm usually on hold for a lot of the titles, and it's just super exciting. And so I use these videos as a way to share that excitement with all of you, to show you some of the new titles that we've got in here at the library, tell you a little bit about each of them, and hopefully get you as excited about these titles as I am. Please do sign into our catalog and place a hold on any of the titles that you see in this video that you want to read. That way we can get them ready for you as soon as possible and get them in your hands as soon as possible. We also have a handy book lists option on the right-hand side of the main page of the catalog. If you click on that, you'll see unboxing videos. I believe this will be unboxing video 31. So take a look at that if you want to see a handy list of everything that's in this box, and you can place holds right from that list. That's super easy. There's several other great lists in there as well to help you find new things to read based on what you're interested in, so please do take a look at that. Now let's dive into this box. Let's see what we've got here that I want to read and that you want to read today. Our first title in this box is Too Good to Be True. This is by Carola Levering, and this is a sort of mystery suspense-ish book, so definitely one that I am interested in. We have our main character Skye, who is overjoyed when her boyfriend Burke proposes after a whirlwind courtship. Skye seems to have the world at her fingertips, but she's also battling crippling OCD ever since her mother's death when she was 11, and her romantic relationships have suffered as a result. But now she has Burke, a handsome, older, and more emotionally mature man who wants her forever, except that Burke isn't who he claims to be. And interspersed letters to his therapist reveal the truth. Burke is happily married and is using Skye for his own deceptive ends. We also get a third perspective in this book, set 30 years earlier, where a scrappy 17-year-old named Heather is determined to end things with Burke, a local bad boy, to make a better life for herself in New York City. So we have some kind of collision course of all of these stories, and as you get going, you'll discover that there's more than one way to spin the truth. This sounds awesome. I definitely want to read this one. I recommend you put your name on hold for this as well. This sounds like one of those books that'll be really hard to put down, and you'll want to keep going until you found all of the twists and turns. Next, we have The Little French Bridal Shop, and this is by Jennifer Dupuy. And this one also sounds like an absolute delight. Is a lie of omission still a lie? Larissa Pearl didn't think so, and it got her into a heap of trouble. So somehow, Larissa passes by the window of the Little French Bridal Shop, and a particular wedding gown catches her eye, and all of a sudden she's planning her wedding. She's got the dress, the flower arrangements, the date. The only thing missing is the groom. Somehow all she did was try on a dress and let her fantasy take flight. So how is Larissa going to get into this, get out of this? Is she going to end up finding a groom by the end of the book? You'll definitely have to pick this one up and find out. This sounds absolutely charming. Next is Gathering Dark. This is by Candace Fox. We have a convicted killer, a gifted thief, a vicious gang lord, and a disillusioned cop. Together, they're a missing girl's only hope. Okay, that also sounds awesome. How are these four people going to come together in some way, shape, or form to help recover this missing girl? What's the story there? You will definitely want to read Gathering Dark to find out. This also sounds like one that would be very hard to put down. Our next title is one I already know some people are looking forward to. This is Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. If you have been enjoying her books so far, you definitely won't want to miss this third book about the third of the Brown sisters and her life and her falling in love experiences. This sounds absolutely hilarious. Poor Eve is just a hot mess. Nothing's going right in her life, no matter how much she tries to make it so. And she's going to encounter this very uptight head of a bed and breakfast, and she's going to insert herself into trying to help, and things are going to go a little bit crazy. At one point, she actually hits him with her car, according to the back, supposedly by accident. Yet somehow, despite their differences, these two are going to have a bit of a connection. How is Eve going to get her life together? Is she going to win over this man? What's going to happen? You definitely don't want to miss Act Your Age Eve Brown. And if this sounds entertaining, don't miss Get a Life Chloe Brown or Take a Hint Dani Brown, two other books by this author about two other sisters. Next up, we have The Stills by Jess Montgomery. And this is a bit of a historical book set in Ohio in 1927, where moonshining is just a way of life in rural Bronwyn County, and even the otherwise upstanding sheriff has been known to turn a blind eye when it comes to the stills in the area. But then a 13-year-old almost dies after drinking a tainted moonshine, and the sheriff knows that someone has gone too far, and with the help of organizer and moonshiner Marvina Whitcomb, is determined to find out who. So if you enjoy historical books with a little bit of mystery, this sounds like one you'll definitely want to pick up. Don't miss The Stills. Oh my gosh, this is one I am very, very excited to share with you. I know I'm already on hold for this. I cannot wait to get my hands on this to be reading it sitting there at home. This is The Jigsaw Man. This is by Nadine Matheson. I heard her speak at a virtual library conference last fall, and she talked a little bit about this book, and I was absolutely sold because it sounded wonderful. I believe this is starting a series about a detective inspector named Angelica Henley. And in this particular one, we have a serial killer and his copycat locked in a violent game of cat and mouse, with our D.I. Henley trying to catch them and stop them before it's too late. The author has experience as a criminal attorney, so she's bringing some of that to her writing. This is definitely going to be one you'll not want to miss. Sounds like a great mystery. I'm excited to read it. Hopefully you will put your name on hold for this as well. Up next is On Harrow Hill. This is by John Verdon. When an old colleague asks for help solving the mysterious death of his town's most prominent resident, retired NYPD detective Dave Gurney must use all of his analytical skills to hunt a murderer who just might be killing from beyond the grave. This is another one that sounds awesome if you are a fan of kind of police procedurals or, police detective type stories. We have a retired detective here. Definitely sounds like there's going to be quite a mystery going on with ties back to an old case. So do not miss On Harrow Hill if this sounds like something you would enjoy. Ooh. Our next book in this box is a middle grade graphic novel, which I'm super excited about. I'm sure you're not surprised to hear that. This is The Leak, and this is by Katie Reed Petty and Andrea Bell. This is a page-turning mystery and good journalism. So yes, awesome. We have a young girl named Ruth who is brash and precocious. She argues with her dentist, her parents, her teachers, and everyone. She discovers a strange black slime in a lake in her suburban neighborhood, and she can tell something is wrong, so she decides to investigate. I cannot wait to read this one. It sounds like it's going to be awesome. This sounds like a protagonist that I am going to love instantaneously and root for the whole way through. Do not miss The Leak. And last but certainly not least, we got a new picture book in this box called If Bees Disappear by Lily Williams. And not only do the illustrations in this book look absolutely incredible and lovely, and I just want to sit and look through it for that, also sure to be a great read because it takes a look at what exactly would happen without bees. What would a world without bees look like? How much the entire world would be affected if we were to lose bees. So certainly timely, certainly an important story to share, and a great thing to sit down with your little ones and read and talk about the importance of protecting not just bees, but any number of creatures whose impact on our daily lives we don't realize until they're gone. And that's it for this box. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're very eager to read some of these titles. I know I am. Again, please do sign into the catalog and place a hold on any of these that you want to read. And I will see you when our next new box comes in for another unboxing video. Bye!